necessity of blood transfusion should be given due consideration कि whether it is required, it is needed, ज़रूरी है कि हमने blood transfusion करना है क्योंकि it is a very serious matter और हम बहुत सी जो है इसमें diseases भी दे सकते हैं और person may also suffer from reactions, he may also suffer even from anaphylactic shock etc. So you have to be very particular that this is a true candidate for blood transfusion, then we will give the blood transfusion to that individual because it is potentially hazardous and may prove fatal. So what happen if there is mismatched blood transfusion? अगर mismatched blood transfusion हम किसी को कर दें तो क्या हो सकता है? आपने A blood group दे दिया B blood group को या B दे दिया A blood group को या RH positive दे दिया RH negative को, then what will happen? As a result of mismatched transfusion, anti-A or anti-B plasma agglutinins are mixed with A or B agglutinogens. देखिए जो आपने ब्लड दिया है, सपोज आपने B को A दे दिया है, जो रेसिपिएंट है वो ब्लड ग्रुप B का है, डोनर ब्लड ग्रुप A का है, you have transfused that blood. So in the donor blood there are antigens of A blood group present and in recipient bloods anti-A antibodies are present. B में A anti-A antibodies होंगी. These anti-A antibodies will attack the A antigens which are present on the red blood cells, and in this process there will be antigen antibody reaction. There will be clumping of the red blood cells which is called agglutination. Agglutination हो जाएगी and the RBCs will agglutinate. एक दूसरे के साथ चिपक जाएंगे, agglutinate कर जाएंगे. You can see here कि दो तरह की एंटीबॉडीज होती हैं इनके अंदर, IgM ये वाली और IgG ये वाली. तो IgM के अंदर 10 बाइंडिंग साइट्स होती हैं, IgG के अंदर 2 बाइंडिंग साइट्स होती है, वी हैव स्टडीड. ठीक है ना. तो यहाँ पर जो है वो 2 RBCs यहाँ पे चिपक सकते हैं, यहाँ पर 10 चिपक सकते हैं, 10 एंटीजेंस RBCs की चिपक सकती हैं और इतनी जितने ज़्यादा RBCs जो हैं वो क्लम्प करेंगे उतनी ज़्यादा जो है वो प्रॉब्लम होगी. So agglutination रेड ब्लड सेल्स की हो जाएगी डोनर्स की, यानी कि डोनर्स का हमने ब्लड दे दिया है, it is not giving any benefit to that recipient because all of the red blood cells are attacked by the antibodies of the recipient and there is clumping of the red blood cells. So a single agglutinin can attach to 2 or more RBCs at the same time. वो आपको मैंने दिखा दिया था G जो clumping of RBCs is called agglutination and leads to agglutination and these clumps plug small blood vessels. ये जो agglutinated हैं clumps जो बन जाते हैं वो एक जाहिर है कि ये एक तरह के जो है वो मैसेज बन जाएंगे and they can block the smaller blood vessels throughout the circulatory system and there will be ischemia of the vital organs. वाइटल ऑर्गन्स का स्कीमिया हो सकता है, उनको जब ब्लड सप्लाई नहीं मिलेगी, न्यूट्रिशन नहीं मिलेगी, उनका स्कीमिया हो जाएगा which may lead to the death of these cells or tissues of the vital organs. After a few hours or days, the membranes of the agglutinate cells now rupture. पहले वो agglutinate किया, फिर वो rupture कर जाएंगे by physical distortion of the cells. एक तो physical distortion हो जाएगी तो वो rupture कर जाएंगे, दूसरे phagocytic WBCs they will attack these clumped cells. उनको अटैक करेंगे और उसकी बाद में रप्चर करेंगे तो हीमोग्लोबिन रिलीज हो जाएगा. इसको क्या कहते हैं? हेमोलिसिस. इट इज कॉल्ड हेमोलिसिस. सो आफ्टर certain period of time these clumped RBCs will rupture and hemoglobin is released into the plasma. hemoglobin प्लाज्मा के अंदर आ जाएगा. And sometime direct there is hemolysis which occurs very rare. Direct hemolysis may occur because the antibodies, IgM antibodies, which are also called hemolysins, they can cause direct lysis of the red blood cells by activating the complement system. हमने देखा था ना lytic complex एक बनता है complement system में. This one, lytic complex C5b 6, 7, 8, 9. ये lytic complex बनेगा, ये activate जब complement system activate होगा, IgM करेगी तो end products में एक ये बनेगा lytic complex and it will cause whole formation in the red blood cell membranes. whole forming proteins बना देंगे, उनको channels बना देंगे जिसके अंदर water चला जाएगा. We have discussed this mechanism and ultimately the cell will rupture. तो इस तरह से वो क्या होगा, एक तो agglutination होगी followed by hemolysis, number one agglutination and followed by hemolysis mismatched blood groups में, और नंबर दो डायरेक्ट हेमोलिसिस भी हो जाएगी। दोनों कंडीशन में क्या होगा, हीमोग्लोबिन रिलीज हो जाएगा। Now what happens when there is mismatched RH blood group? No immediate reaction occurs when RH positive blood is transfused to an RH person for the first time, because remember we have studied that antibodies are not present initially in RH negative individuals against the RH positive antigens. Antibodies नहीं है। अगर आपने RH positive blood, if you have transfused RH positive blood to an RH negative individual, no immediate reaction will occur. But after some time, these RH positive cells, ये जो RH antigens हैं, D antigen है, it will cause the formation of the antibodies against them. वो हमने पढ़ा ना सारा इम्यूनिटी में कि वो एक्वायर्ड इम्यूनिटी होगी, उसके अगेंस्ट एंटीबॉडीज बनेंगी, जो प्राइमरी रिस्पॉन्स होगा, and these antibodies then will destroy the red blood cells of these individuals after a certain period of time, after say 2 to 4 weeks later. तो mild reaction होगा, कोई anti-RH agglutinins develop slowly and maximum concentration of agglutinins reach about 2 to 4 months later. तो 2 से 4 हफ्ते के बाद एक माइल्ड सा कोई ट्रांसफ्यूजन रिएक्शन हो सकता है, जो कि ज़्यादा सीरियस नहीं होगा फर्स्ट ट्रांसफ्यूजन के बाद। लेकिन अब आप जब रिपीटेड देंगे तो एंटीबॉडीज मौजूद हैं, देन देयर विल बी सेकेंडरी रिस्पॉन्स, एंड वी हैव स्टडीड दैट सेकेंडरी रिस्पॉन्स इज मच मोर सिवियरर than the primary response. Subsequent transfusion of RH positive blood into the same person leads to a severe transfusion reaction similar to mismatched type A or B blood transfusion. जैसे कि A और B का mismatched transfusion होता है, जब आप repeated second, third, fourth time देंगे तो same reaction will occur even due to the RH factor. So you have to be careful. आपने RH positive blood RH negative को नहीं देना जहाँ तक भी possible. Now there is a condition which is very important, which we will come across. It is clinically it is important, academically it is important, and almost in any MCQs or in SEQ it will be asked regarding the erythroblastosis fetalis. We have also discussed this disease when we discussed anemias. That erythroblastosis fetalis is a type of is a disease in which anemias may also. तो उसमें क्या होता है, it is also called hemolytic disease of the newborn, or erythroblastosis fetalis. Typical इसका सीन क्या होता है, mother is RH negative, father is RH positive, and due to father the baby is also having blood group RH positive. So mother is having a baby, mother is RH negative, and she is having a baby who is RH positive. Now, what happens? You know that the fetus blood, there is no direct link between the mother and the fetal bloods. Direct link तो नहीं है ना, placenta के through there is diffusion. Placenta acts as an organ of diffusion, that the substances, plasma, etc., and other substances may be transported from the mother to the child, and the waste product will be transported from the child to the mother. So there is no direct link, and there is no way that the RH positive RBCs get entry into the mother's blood through the placenta. But during the birth process, etc., there may be slight cuts, etc., and in this type, and in this process, the RBCs of the fetus may manage to get entry into the mother's blood. Birth process में पहली blood process हुआ है, उसके अंदर जो fetus के RBCs हैं, due to the delivery process there is trauma, injury, etc. to the mother, और जो fetus को भी trauma हो सकता है, तो fetus का जो blood है, RBCs हैं, may manage to get entry inside the mother, and when these fetal RBCs enter into the blood, there will be formation of the anti-D antibodies in the blood of the mother. तो एक वहां पर हो सकता है। तो क्या होगा? In the first baby, as we have discussed, there is no possibility of the condition of erythroblastosis